Alright, I know we just had a book haul, but as I mentioned in that one, Better World Books had a sale, so I've said before I can never resist when they do their percentage off all used books rather than percentage off of bargain bin. That's the sale I wait for and will never miss. Even though I had no intentions of buying books, especially the way my mailbox has been lately, yeah, when I got that email, it was pretty much a guarantee, especially when I clicked over and there were a number of books that I wasn't expecting to actually find copies of and found copies of immediately. So it was just meant to be, you know, that's what I tell myself. So the books that I got are The Glass Casket by Mccormack Templeman, which is one of my favorite covers of any book this year. It is a fairy tale retelling, so you know it was already on my radar. I had wanted to get it for this year's Fairy Tale Fortnight and just didn't have a chance. Looked for it in the used section just on a whim, really didn't think I'd find anything because it's so new. Certainly didn't think that I would find anything for as cheap as I did. This only cost me like $2 something, and it is brand new, perfect condition, not a library copy, just new, and for some unfathomable reason, in the used sale books for ridiculously cheap. I don't get it, but I'll take it. So look to probably see that in next year's Fairy Tale Fortnight. Next up I got a copy of Spirit and Dust by Rosemary Clement Moore, which is the not so much sequel as it is companion novel to Texas Gothic. I think you all know how I felt about Texas Gothic. That was just a perfect funk breaker. So fun. This follows a sort of side character from Texas Gothic, another member of the Goodnight family, this time Daisy, and the... Oops. As I was saying. And all the back says is, Daisy Goodnight can talk to the dead, and something has them terrified. So fun, paranormal. I don't know if you can see the little man inside the eyeball. I really like Rosemary Clement Moore's sort of setup for the Goodnight family and their quirkiness and how she approaches them. Definitely looking forward to getting back into their world. Then I picked up a copy of Born of Illusion by Terry Brown, which I've been wanting for a good long while, and I'm not gonna lie, a lot of it is cover appeal. We've kind of got a similar lipstick thing going on today. But beyond the cover appeal, I've had a lot of people recommend this to me, so it probably would have ended up on my shelves either way, but that cover doesn't hurt because I love it. And I believe the sequel to this either just came out or is about ready to come out. Speaking of potential funk breakers, Kirsten White tends to do it for me, which is why I picked up a copy of Mind Games. Her Paranormalcy series was a definite funk breaker for me, and I loved the main character and I loved the sense of humor. Though I know this is nothing like that, so maybe this won't really be a funk breaker. Might not have that light tone, that sense of humor, and that quirkiness, but the fact that she's won me over so much in the past means that I'm always going to give her books a try. Whether it's a funk breaker or not, it still needed to be on my shelves. Also picked up a copy of The Madman's Daughter by Megan Shepard, which everyone has recommended to me. And I know, guys, I know, it sounds right up my alley. Dark, kind of gothic, and on top of that, retelling of a classic. I mean, this was meant to be on my shelves. We all knew that. Added to that, the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive, and I'm really excited for this one. And the last book from Better World Books is The Curiosities by Maggie Stiefvater, Tessa Groton, and Brenna Jovanoff. And first of all, can I just say, this is huge! I hadn't seen this one in person yet, and did not realize that it was so big. But it makes sense because it has notes in the margins, which is also something I didn't know. This is a collection of short stories that the three ladies wrote. They have a website called the Merry Sisters of Fate, where they sort of challenge themselves to write stories and leave it out in the open. So not something that readers have to go pay for to read, not something that has been perfected and turned into a publisher, just these challenges to themselves to hone their writing skills and sort of do it without a safety net. They can't go back and change things, it's been posted. And then they give each other feedback and all that, and it's really cool. So they sort of compiled some of those stories and their notes on each other's stories, which are written in the margins. And I just think that's such a really fun idea. So I've been wanting this one for a while just because I really love Brenna Jovanoff's writing and have read some of her stories on Merry Sisters of Fate and always loved them. So needed it just because of that, but all those little kind of extra quirks to it make me even more excited. And that is all for this Better World Books haul. I know I should probably stop. They need to stop emailing me sales. They know they're gonna get me every time. Curses. that is all. Let me know what you think of the books that I got in the comments, and if you have read or want to read any of them. And of course, until I see you next time, thanks for watching and happy reading. For those of you that have been watching this video and are like, what is on her shirt? Because you can see a sword and nothing else. It's Link. Okay, bye.